Hello there lovely people, it's David Anthony the Creepy Bard again, and today I would like to share with you something that I learned recently. Firstly, those of you who know me know that I'm a little bit of a history buff, and what fascinates me the most are the little details that just sort of flesh out the story and make you feel like you were really there. For example, I find my life to be personally enriched by the knowledge that when Anne Boleyn was beheaded, she most likely shot herself. Of course, anybody who's watched South Park knows that when you suffer a violent death, your bowels tend to be evacuated. But what I learned recently is that when a man is hanged, he experiences what is known as a post-mortem priapism, or a terminal erection, or angel lust. He gets a boner when he dies. This is for two main reasons. Number one, hanging is a short drop followed by a sudden stop, and inertia is a thing, so the blood keeps rushing down and it's got to go somewhere. The second reason is that the noose exerts pressure upon the cerebellum, which produces this reaction much like the knee jerk. The cerebellum, that's the little dangly, wrinkly part on the back of the brain, sometimes known as the scrotum of the brain. By me. And now by you. Now the second reason means that this phenomena of swinging and standing at the same time doesn't only happen with hangings, it can also happen with other forms of execution, such as beheading or crucifixion. Which of course brings us to this. It's a painting of the Holy Trinity from around 1518. You see, there's God the Father, and there's the dove symbolizing the Holy Spirit, and there's Christ on the cross, and holy hard-on! Yes, that indeed is precisely what that is, and I realize it might be a little bit difficult for you to see, so I've included a link in the down there so you can get a better look at it and see for yourself. But yeah, it's covered by a loincloth, but it doesn't leave much to the imagination. And this is not an isolated incident either. This was sort of a thing back during the Renaissance, as seen by Exhibit B. Yeah, there's another sacred stiffy right there. This is the resurrection, by the way, so that's been there for a while. If your erection lasts for more than 3 days, please consult your deity, as it may be the sign of a serious messianic disorder. And then we have this one right here. This one was done back before the Renaissance artists had really mastered the whole perspective thing, so the legs are a little bit shorter than they ought to be. But they're the only thing that's shorter than it ought to be. I'm of course referring to the blessed boner. Also, it looks to me like Satan is hiding in his crotch, but that might just be me. Again, link in the down there, take a look at it, tell me what you think. It looks like Satan to me. Down there. No, not that. That's Jesus. This is right. And then there's this, which I don't really feel comfortable with him pointing that at me. Yeah, let's. Yeah, over here's a lot better. That's not the wind. Well, he's a carpenter. Of course, he's gonna have a lot of wood. Indeed. So, having heard about all the horrible things your body will do after you die, let's hear a song about all the horrible things your friends will do after you die. Oh, the night that Paddy Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. 'Cause some boys got loaded drunk and they ain't been sobered yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, every man was feeling gay. O'Leary came with the bagpipes, some music for to play. And that's how we showed our respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how we showed our honour and our pride. We said it was a sin and shame, and we winked at one another. And every drink the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Now Mrs. Murphy sat in the corner pouring out her grief when Kelly and his gang came a-tearing down the street. We went into an empty room and a bottle of whiskey stole. We put that bottle with the corpse to keep that whiskey cold. Then at 2 o'clock in the morning, after emptying the jug, Doyle rolls up the icebox just to see poor Paddy's mug. We stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time, and at 2:15 we argued it was 9. And that's how we showed our respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how we showed our honour and our pride. We said it was a sin and shame, and we winked at one another. And every drink of the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Well, every everything was going fine. We were passing round the jug till Flanagan told Callahan, "You've got an ugly mug." Well, I thought that it might start a row, and sure enough it did, when Callahan carved his name into the coffin lid. Then somebody hollered for the cops and they busted down the door. They jumped on Paddy Murphy's back and laid him on the floor. They boxed him thrice upon the ears and bashed him round the head, only to get up off him to find that he was dead. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how we showed our honour and our pride. We said it was a sin and shame, and we winked at one another, and every drink in the place was full the night that Murphy died. Then Mrs. Murphy joined on in and battled with them cops. She chased them all, the lot of them. She chased them 40 blocks. A lovely time was had by all. 18 in court were tried for having started a riot on the night that Murphy died. Then we stopped the hearse on George Street outside some damn saloon. We all went in at 8:30 and staggered out at noon. We went up to the graveyard, so holy and sublime. Found out when we got there, we'd left the corpse behind. And that's how we showed our respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how we showed our honour and our pride. We said it was a sin and shame, and we winked at one another, and every drink of the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Oh, the night that Paddy Murphy died is a night I'll never forget, 'cause some boys got loaded drunk and they ain't been sobered yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, every man was feeling gay. Oh, here he came with the bagpipes, some music for to play. That's how we showed our respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how we showed our honour and our pride. We said it was a sin and shame, and we winked at one another, and every drink of the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Yes, every drink of the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, like, subscribe, look us up on Facebook, share with your friends, put comments in the down there. And I do hope today has left you enlightened.